Students, again we have connected here to study about the microorganisms, friends or foes. In our previous class, we have discussed about the communicable disease and we have discussed that how malaria and dengue diseases are carried by the mosquitoes. Now, today we will study about the infectious disease caused by the microorganisms. Students, in your chart, or you can say in the table, here in this page, you will study about the microorganism which causes disease in human also. See here, bacteria, that bacteria can cause the name of the diseases: tuberculosis, diphtheria, cholera, tetanus and typhoid. Now, viruses, these viruses can cause the disease, and that the most common disease nowadays which are spreading, that is the COVID and 19, you can say, and common cold, influenza, mumps, polio, AIDS. AIDS is the acquired immune deficiency disease and syndrome, and it is the chickenpox, which are caused by the virus or viruses. Regarding fungi, it is the ringworm, athlete's foot, etc. Now, the disease caused by the protozoans, that is the malaria, amoebic dysentery and the sleeping sickness. These are the disease caused by the various microorganisms that you have studied about the 4 types of the organism, that is bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoans. Now, come to the topic, that modes of the transmission of the pathogens. That means by which mode the infection, or you can say that disease can be spread. The modes of the transmission may be air, water, soil or animals. Now, see here. Here there are the different diseases which are spread by the different modes. First of all, we are coming to the air. That air, like sneezing and coughing, these are the action by which the germs are passed to the air and it causes the disease, that is the tuberculosis, common cold, influenza, swine flu, and nowadays it is the COVID-19 also, which is created or which can be transmitted by the virus. And it is, as it is said, that it is not airborne, but through the virus is passed from air to the other people, and likewise there is the disease. Now come to the water. Water, if remain contaminated water, if it become contaminated water, then it can cause typhoid, amoebic dysentery and cholera. Soil. From soil, the tetanus disease is spread out, or the mode of the transmission in which consuming food items that are not washed, cleaned properly or wound. That means we should have to take in the food items by after washing or the cleaning, then we can prevent from the tetanus disease. Now come to the animals. The direct contact of the animals, that means biting of the dog, rabid dog, vectors that spread disease. These are the vectors, that means carrier which can, like Anopheles mosquito, that is the vector or the carrier for the disease causing the malaria. Likewise, vector that spread the disease, as for example you are observing the female Anopheles, it is the vector, and here dog, this dog is the vector which comes direct in contact with the human beings, and it can spread the disease that is called the rabies and the malaria. Now, come to disease. Now, you see that there are certain vaccine, it is just made from the virus, bacteria, or you can say a small bit of the part of the living or non-living things of the bacteria and the virus, and they can prevent us from various diseases. So methods of the prevention and disease which may be prevented, they are first of all the method, that is a vaccination. The vaccination of the tuberculosis, polio, mumps and tetanus, these are present here in our country also and in other country also, and we can we vaccinate the people, and by the vaccination prevent the people from the disease like tuberculosis, polio, mumps, tetanus, etc. Now, come to the second method, using mosquito nets and the mosquito repellent, controlling mosquito population. That means we can use mosquito nets and mosquito repellents to prevent us from the disease that is called malaria and the dengue. So, we can say that the mosquito which female Anopheles which causes malaria and the Aedes mosquito which causes dengue, from that we can prevent us by using mosquito net, mosquito repellent. Also, one of the method by which we can prevent us from malaria and dengue, that is a controlling mosquito population. That means we can use such type of the chemical which can kill the mosquito, and likewise the mosquito population can be prevented. Now come to the another method, that is the proper disposal of the waste and using disinfected water. Disinfected water means the water in which the germs can be killed, or it is the water which is in pure form, non-contaminated form, you can say. So, by proper disposal of the waste water, that means not adding the waste or the dirty water in the water body or the sources of the water, that is actually the proper disposal of the water, and we can disinfect the water by adding some chemicals to disinfect water. Likewise, if we are applying or if we are using this method, we can prevent the cholera because it is waterborne disease. Now, come to the disease caused due to harmful unhygienic process of the people. So by maintaining good personal hygiene, we can save us from the ringworm and athlete's foot also. So like this, we can prevent us by doing these or by adopting these four methods of prevention, and we can prevent us from the disease. Various diseases comes under it. So we must have to apply all these methods so that we can prevent from the various diseases which are discussed here. Now come to the disease causing microorganisms in animals. As we human beings are infected by the bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoans, the animals are also infected by these microorganisms. And you have heard about the rabies disease, and also you know that there are certain other type of the diseases which affects the cattle. Such type of the diseases actually infect the domestic animals also, pets also, and from the pets, human beings also get infected if they come in contact with the infected animals. Nowadays, it is said that the viruses which infect the animal, they can also infect the humans. So let us read about the table in which it is given here that names of the disease which are caused by the microorganism and animals which get infected. Now see the disease which is called anthrax. This anthrax disease is caused by the bacteria, and it is caused in the kettles. Kettles means the cow, buffalo, goats, etc. Generally cow and buffalo. Now foot and mouth disease, that is caused by the virus, and it is here animals which get infected, that is the cattle. Now come to the rabies, and that virus, that is virus causes this disease, rabies, and the animal which get infected, that is the dogs and the monkeys. Then come to the tuberculosis. We are also infected by the tuberculosis, and the other bacteria of the tuberculosis also infect the cattle and the poultry. As you have learnt in class 6, that these are the poultry, are the bird, that is they are the hen, and they are the generally egg laying birds. So they are also infected from the disease called tuberculosis. Now other is the ringworm, which is caused by the fungi, and they are also found in the cattle and the poultry birds. Now come to the Aspergillosis, that is also caused by the fungi, and it is obtained in the poultry also. Then it is the Canine Distemper, which is caused by the virus, and it is the dogs which get infected from this Canine Distemper. So likewise, you have come to know that these are the microorganisms which causes the disease, and these are the names of the disease, and the animals generally get infected, and mostly the animals are the domestic animals. Likewise, we can say microorganisms also infect the animals, and they cause a certain disease due to the special type of the bacteria, virus and fungi. So it is all about the infection of the microorganism in animals, including the human beings. Now come to the topic, that disease causing microorganism in plant. As we animals get infected by the various bacteria, fungi, virus, etc., likewise the plants also get infected by these. So let we learn about that how plants get infected. Just you know that you have seen certain type of the abnormal characteristic in the plants. They may have wrinkled leaves, abnormal branching pattern, and abnormal fruits. These plants may get affected by the pathogens, and disease are caused by the only microorganisms. They are mainly the fungi, bacteria and the virus. They actually reduce the crop yield at the time when there is an infection, and there may be the total destruction of the crop, and that may causes the famine. In 1740 or 41, just you know that in the Irish 1741 40 to 41, it was caused due to the complete destruction of the potato crop, and that disease is called a late blight, and it is caused by the fungus. So there is the complete famine due to the destruction of the potato. So it is the plant infection. Now come to the table, that is the microorganism that infect the plant and causes the plant disease. Now come, virus. This is the first microorganism which causes the tobacco mosaic virus, which causes tobacco mosaic virus. And how we appear it? It is appear due to the uneven spot and discoloration of the on the leaves. See here in the diagram it is given that tobacco mosaic, here it is the normal leaves and here it is the infected leaves. These infected leaves become infected due to the infection from the virus, and you are observing the uneven spot, and you observe here that the green color changes to greenish yellow. So it is the tobacco mosaic virus. Now come to the Sytrus Canker. This is a disease which is caused by the bacteria. Now there is a lesion in the leaves and stem and the fruits. That means there is a wrinkling of the